All right, so this question says, which conditions will result in the construction of a unique triangle? On your paper, write unique triangle. And then I want you to write down all of those answer choices. Unique triangle. That's what we fixed to learn, Gina. All right, I'll give you a second to write those down. So what we're going to do, it says which conditions will result in a unique triangle. We're going to talk about unique in a minute. First thing we've got to do is figure out which of these make a triangle. So that's the first thing. So on the first parts, if you look at the sides, what are the two smallest sides? 4 and 5. Do they, hold on, let me take that off. Are 4 and 5 big enough to make a triangle?
No.
Why not? They add together and equal 9. So this is not a triangle. We're done with it. We're not even looking at it anymore. All right, what about answer choice B?
6 and 8.
6 and 8 make what?
13. No.
Yeah, number 14.
14. Is 14 big enough to make a triangle? Yes. So we're going to leave that for right now. So it is a triangle for sure. All right, what about the third answer choice? The two short sides are what? 4 and 4 add together to make? 8. 8 is big enough, so that is going to be a triangle. All right. Now, on the next one, do we add 35 and 70? Why not?
You
gotta equal 180.
You subtract 180 from 130. You gotta equal 180.
Let me go back and rephrase that. I asked that the wrong way. On the next two, are we working with sides? No. So we're not going to use the add the two sides together. We're going to use what rule for these last two answer choices? They have to add up to 180. So very quickly, y'all have the calculators. Does 35, 70, and 75 add up to 180?
Yes.
So that is a triangle. Okay. What about 45, 45, and 90? So that is also a triangle. Pause right there for just a second. All right, so here's the deal. If the question would have said, which of the following make a triangle, then we would have picked the 4 bottom ones. Okay? Up until this point, I have only been asking you which of the following make a triangle. But now they have thrown a new word into the mix. What did they throw in? Unique. Okay? Now, I could spend an entire class period explaining to you and trying to make you understand the rule that I'm about to tell you. Or I could just tell you the rule and you could just memorize it really quick because it's super, super easy. Which would you prefer? Really fast, 2 seconds, or spend a whole class period? 2 seconds. Here we go. Write this down. Write this down. Write this down. Sides are unique. That is the rule. Sides are unique.
I don't have any room.
So if you've got a whole sheet of paper.
I'm talking about on Monday.
Then you can squeeze in a little bit on Tuesday if you need to. If it asks you which conditions will result in a unique triangle, we are only looking at the sides. So which answer choices gave us sides that make a triangle?
The 6, 8, 10, 4, 4, 6.
This, yep, B and C. Now look, the bottom two do make a triangle, but they don't make a unique triangle. Does that make sense? And here's the best, quickest example I can give you to try to help you understand. Do you remember when we were talking about equilateral triangles? What makes a triangle be equilateral?
Three
The three sides have to be the same, right? Could you make a triangle out of 3 crayons?
Yes.
Yes. Could you make a triangle out of 3 pencils? Could you make a triangle out of 3 yardsticks?
Yes.
Could you make a triangle out of 3 light poles? Yes. And if you make those 4 or 5, however many I said, if you make those different triangles, are they all going to be in the same shape?
Yes. No.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What are their angle measures going to be?
However
60.
long they are.
60 degrees.
Why 60, 60, 60? Their angle measures.
60 times 3 equals 180.
60 plus 60 plus 60 equals 180.
Good. And we talked about last week that anytime you have an equilateral triangle, it doesn't matter what it looks like, the 3 angles are always 60, 60, 60, right? So if I give you 60 degrees, 60 degrees, and 60 degrees, and I tell you to make me a triangle, we've just talked about 5 different triangles that you could make. You can make one out of crayons, you can make one out of pencils, you can make one out of yardsticks, you can make one out of expo markers. Being able to make a bunch of different 60, 60, 60 triangles, is that unique?
Yes.
What does unique mean if somebody is unique?
I'm different. I'm free.
Different.
You're different. There's only one of you. You're not like everybody else. So sides are unique. You can have infinity amount of triangles that are 60, 60, 60. But you can only have one triangle that is 6, 8, and 10 feet on each side. You can only have one triangle that is 4, 4, and 6 centimeters on each side. Does that make sense? Okay?
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't make sense, just memorize the rule. Sides are unique. Are we good?
Yep.
Okay.